Although Friday the 13th is supposed to be an unlucky day for Shotgun Farmers players, it is quite the opposite. Big shocker, the update didn't come out, but Quasi did announce that he would be hosting a public beta while he live streams so that you could play the new Fortnite Horde with him before it came out. Very cool concept. From what I know, he hasn't done anything like that recently, and it gave people the chance to play the beta, even though it was only open for like 2 hours and I did not get to play it. Very cool, Quasi. What he showed off was something that none of us were expecting at all, including new UI, a 50-tier Battle Pass system, and the best Horde mode we've gotten so far. This is my review of Shotgun Farmers 2.0. Kind of because I didn't get to play the beta, I'm just reporting and giving my opinion from what I've seen. The Cattle Pass was something that people talked about in 2020, and Quasi just dropped this out of nowhere with no teasing on TikTok, Twitter, Discord, or anything like that. Like I said before, it has 50 unique items including badges, titles, pets, skins, shotgun skins, and shovels. The new skins are the Zombear skin, which has like a B-type that's a little more burnt, Count Cropula with like a golden type B skin, the Lumberjack and the Lumberjack Werewolf skin, and the Forest Ranger. Not all of these pets have been added in the Battle Pass, I'm pretty sure, but this is what Quasi have shown off. The pig, the cow, Winnie, his cat, Sasquatch, the big Bigfoot guy, Griswold, the rock, of course, the best one in the game. It's just a rock with googly eyes. The gnome, Bok Bok, Quack Quack, and this like zombie Quack Quack. Very cool stuff. For new emotes, there's the salute emote and the pet emote, which you can use to pet your pet, obviously. The Automni Crops leak finally dropped in this Cattle Pass with a tomato head and this rabbit. I don't know what Automni Crops is, but it's cool to see Quasi crossing over with more indie games, because I really enjoyed the Move or Die one. The Prestige 4 item was finally added, which was the Diamond Glasses, which I think all of us kind of knew would be the item. Finally, after a long time, Prestige 6 was finally added, being the Immortal Farmer. In that, you get a Diamond Bok Bok pet. Ramo got a pet before I did. That's crazy. There is no Nene pet. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's a rock with googly eyes, a gnome, and a gigantic gorilla Bigfoot is shrunken down into a tiny little pet. But one of your main animals in the game couldn't get a pet? That's crazy. Some smaller but cooler stuff in the customization menu. There's a lot more eye colors and new mustache, beards, and haircuts. The Vanos crew heads are now outfits, which they used to be outfits, and he took it out of the game. I don't know. I guess I have to, read up on my SF Iceberg videos, because I don't really know the extent of that. The farmer model itself, the original blue-shirted one, received an update. Now he has earlobes, just more high quality, and you can now get the old one using Legacy Farmer. I'm pretty sure Legacy Bunny is a code. Legacy Snowman probably works, which makes sense, because Quasi said that he wouldn't include those legacy items anymore in any of the future updates, so putting them as codes makes sense. It engraves them and makes it so that they're still in the game without it kind of being in the game, if they're hiddenly in the game. One of the bigger changes is the UI, moving all the options up to the front, having the limited time mode being in the main menu, and changing the background from a farm to forest side. It looks clean, it looks sleek, it looks really cool, but it also looks like Fortnite. The original menu was simple, and I get the game got a lot more complex, so did the menu, but it kind of doesn't look very distinct anymore. Sleek, cool, but it's the same thing with those simplified logos. Everyone's doing them now. I like that they segmented the customized menu into choosing your farmer, choosing your weapon, and then choosing the UI, so basically titles, music, badges, stuff like that. It makes it so that he can add more slots, because the original one was kind of filled up when you put them all in one thing, and you had to scroll down 10 items to get to the one at the bottom. But it also makes it so that you have to click through a lot more menus to actually get what you want. With Forest being in the background, I get it. It's the update. I'm guessing in future updates, when future maps release, then that will be the background. But I wish Quasi will bring in choosing what background you want from each different map, because I think making the default one Forest is bad. Not only can you no longer get the background cornstalk achievement, it just isn't appropriate, really. It's Shotgun Farmers. Countryside is the poster child of all the maps. That should be the lobby. I know he has had these like beta Oceanside backgrounds before, so I do think he will add them. I'm not a big fan of the Foresight being the default one. It looks cool. It also looks like Dead by Daylight. I'm pretty sure in the background there's more Easter eggs that you could find. I couldn't find them because, I didn't get to play the 1 hour beta. Alright, let's talk about what this update actually was supposed to be. The Foresight Horde Mode update. It's hard for me to review gameplay that I haven't played before, which begs the question, why didn't you release this video after the update? Well, this is so exciting, and I wanted to get it out before the update, just to share my thoughts from what I've originally seen. I'll probably do my own review of the update when it actually comes out, but for right now, I'm going to let a good friend, Birdie, who actually played the Horde mode, give you his thoughts.
So in the new Shotgun Farmers 2.0 update, there is a new Horde mode, which is on the map Foresight. So I think this Horde mode is the best Horde mode we've had yet. I know, like, everyone probably says that the minute we get a new Horde mode. Like, when we got Graveside Horde mode, everyone was like, that was the best. But this one just feels different. I have gameplay up. It's only of the final boss. I don't know if DKeef wants me to plug my YouTube channel, but that's what the video is. The final boss is the best final boss in the game. The tornado move is insane. It literally looks like an anime battle is going on. Griswold also has some mushrooms that like are kind of like bombkins. They just explode on like the impact basically. This one took me like an hour to solo. That felt longer than usual, like for a horde mode. Besides like dark side, but I'm talking about gray side since they both have 30 waves. This one just felt so boring, but the only good part was the two boss battles, which were Sasquatch and Griswold. But the other 28 waves just feel really like drawn out and long. And there's a lot of shooting. The Uzukini is the main gun that they want you to use, and it is good against like the zombies and the skeletons. But like against the Sasquatches, because after the boss it turns into just a normal enemy that you fight like every wave. And there's a wave where they spawned like 4 to 5 Sasquatches. It took so long because the only gun right there is like Uzukinis and beat action rifles. But I think the horde mode it's alright.
Thank you, Birdie, for your review. Free Birdie. And like he said, yeah, the bosses look super cool, but the actual enemies themselves are all reskins of what we've already gotten. The enemies and their attack projectiles are just reskins of Graveside and Darkside. And Foresight is not as good of a map as Graveside was. I think the reason that Graveside was so great of a horde mode was because the map was amazing for it. The Graveside map is massive, which means you run around and you can... It's just more open, more free, which fits zombie apocalypse more than a more closed off area like Foresight was. You can tell that the devs put all their effort into these bosses because they're amazing. But I wish in the future that they would put more effort into their individual characters. Because why would I play Foresight Horde mode when Graveside Horde mode was basically the same experience? Why would I want to sit through 30 waves just so that I could play a better boss, I want new Horde modes to have new characters with new completely different types of moves, and maybe put as much effort into the bosses and their individual attack patterns, and give that into these individual zombies. Despite this criticism, yes, it still looks like it's the best horde mode, and I'm super excited to play it. So that was Shotgun Farmers 2.0, the biggest Shotgun Farmers update we've ever seen. It's different. This update is different. The UI is completely different, better, but a lot to get used to. The new farmer model is different, better, still hard to get used to. It is exciting, but it's new, and everything that's new is going to be scrutinized. But let it sink in, and players are going to find that they really enjoyed this 2.0 update. The Halloween update always changes Shotgun Farmers, and although it's not the Halloween update, it's the January update. It was supposed to be Halloween, so I'm counting this as the Halloween update. Remember to use DKeef when the new update drops for the DKeef skin, and I will see you guys in 3 months when the update actually comes out. Bye!